All right, this is assignment 824, number 3. So I'm going to go ahead and take the red. I want to find the slope of the red line. If you look at the assignment sheet, it's the exact same line. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to call this point here x1 comma y1, and the coordinates for that are going to be -2 comma -2, and then the point on the right, I'm going to say that's x2 comma y2, and the corresponding coordinates for that are 1, because I moved 1 in the positive direction, but y is still down 2, so it's -2. So my slope, by definition, is the change in y over the change in x. We're going to say that's y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And that's going to be equal to, well, y2 we said is -2. And y1 we said is -2. So that's minus a -2 over, and x2 is 1, and x1 is -2, so that's a minus -2. -2 minus -2 is 0, and 1 minus -2 is 3, and we say that that's equal to 0. And I can say that because 0 times 3 is equal to 0. Therefore, it's not undefined, but the slope is truly 0 for this problem. Okay, so that takes care of problem slide number 1. So now on assignment 24, I'm going to do number 7. So I'm given 2 points, and I want to find the slope through it. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do a quick graph of this. So I'm going to take the point -1, 7. So I'm going to go 1 in the negative direction for x, and then up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's my point right there. That point is -1 comma 7. And then I'm going to graph the other point, which is 1, 2, 3, 4 in the x direction, and then down 2 in the y direction. There it is. And that point is 4, -2. If I connect my dots and get the line, well, I can see just by looking at the picture that my slope is negative. Therefore, when I solve this algebraically, I better get a negative slope. So let's go ahead and call this point here x1 comma y1, and we'll call this one x2 comma y2. And we're going to use our definition of slope again, which says it's the change in y over the change in x. That's equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. I go ahead and make those substitutions. So here's y2. So here's my y2. So I'll make that substitution, and I get -2 minus, and my y1 is 7. So minus 7 over, and my x2 is 4. So I'm going to get 4 minus, and my x sub 1 is -1, so that's minus a -1. Okay, that's going to be equal to, well, -2 minus 7 is -9, and 4 minus -1 is a positive 5. And I can't simplify that. But let's go ahead and take a look at what that means. So this tells me this, once again, has to be my change in y over my change in x. So my change in y here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That puts me right there. And then my change in my x direction here is positive 5, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and sure enough, I end up right there, and my slope then was down 9 and over 5 positive. There you go. Pretty little paper. Okay, so now A24, number 13. I'm given the point P, which has the coordinates 3, -2, and I have a slope of 3. So I do this really incredibly beautiful graph. Sorry, it's so ugly. I keep thinking I'll get better at this, but I don't know. So there it is, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then down 2, there's the point 3, -2. Now I know my slope is equal to my change in y over my change in x, and I know that that's 3, so I'm going to say that's 3 over 1. So, because 3 over 1 is equal to 3. So, from this point here, I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3. So, this is my, right there. Here, let me get a different color. So, let's make that, oh, come on. Let's make that green. So, here we go. So, there is my change in y, which we said was equal to 3. Okay? And then let's go ahead and take a look at our change in x, which we said is 1. So we're going to go over 1 there. So our change in x was equal to 1. And that brings us to the point right there. And now if I connect those dots, I'm going to get a line here. Oh, one never knows what I'm going to really get when I connect those dots. No, there they are. I connect those dots. There it is. Yeah. And once again, I can see the slope is in fact positive, and I feel pretty confident I did it correctly. So here's the point 3, -2, and our slope was 3, which is 3 over 1. Therefore, in the y direction, we followed the green line and we went up 1, 2, 3. And then from that point, we had to take care of our change in x. So we went, that's positive, so we go 1 to the right. So we end up here, you know, the coordinates of this point here, right, are 4, 1. We connect those dots, and there's our line with a positive slope of 3. Alright guys, that's it. So right now I will draw you little happy hearts there. Happy hearts, because you're done with the video. Alright, enjoy the rest of your homework. I hope this has been fun. I'll see you guys tomorrow.